Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Neon Apes. I start that just like my own videos. I don't know why I do that.
Yeah, no, we're not on time to grind.
Yeah, but welcome to the podcast.
You always start your intro like as if you were just told a joke, like a really good knock-knock joke, like 30 seconds before the intro.
What, like to hype myself up?
Like you always sound like you were just told a joke and you're trying to like pass it off as if you're like normally.
I mean, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Hello.
Yeah, you shouldn't say that on stream, Matthew. That would get you fired.
We'll see what the Bosnians think of that one, Matthew. Get ready to get canceled.
Oh my gosh, yeah, no. Off camera, all of us are very interesting.
Let's not put any ideas in their heads.
Well, I mean, like, people can take that as they will.
Holden, you've been in the public eye long enough.
I mean, it is what it is.
It's phrasing.
Yeah, 100%. But
it's about the implications.
Oh no, it's not only.
We watched It's Always Sunny like literally right before this.
Yeah, dude, freaking new season's out soon. But yeah, so either way, we wanted to start this podcast off before we go into random tangents, just talking about how like shitty NFTs.
Oh, is that what we're gonna start with?
Yeah, that is what we're going with.
I wasn't expecting to start with it, but I feel very strongly about
because
like. Fuck NFTs.
If I take a screenshot of an NFT and I recreate it in Paint, how worthwhile is that NFT on its own?
Well,
as worthwhile as anyone says it is.
Exactly. It's literally artificial value. People is crazy. It doesn't. I mean, but I guess that's anything, right? Okay, like art is the same. Like,
let's talk about like the technology of a non-fungible token. Is a pretty cool technology in of itself, but for some reason, people have gone around and like. I swear, half the crypto bros, you can talk to them and about blockchain, and they will rattle on like all of this jargon bullshit, but they don't know how the fuck it works. They don't know what it's used for or like its purpose. Like NFTs, a non-fungible token is a good idea. For digital art, I don't really see the purpose at all. Like, all right, what does it mean to own a piece of art? For, say, a painting, for a canvas, you might have the actual physical canvas that it was painted on. You will have all the original strokes, and everything else will be a copy of that. NFTs, you have a certificate that says you own it. It's not like people can't reproduce the same exact pixels. Yeah.
But it's literally really someone saying that, oh, this is real and it's worth this much. And it's people, yeah.
And if you're mad about that, I'll find your Twitter profile with your shitty wannabe furry avatar that you paid $2,000 for.
And we just steal
I will
them, right?
screenshot it.
And then we make that our profile pictures. Because all these people that have NFTs, that's their profile picture. That's like their identity. I'm going to just start downloading people's profile pictures and making them mine.
Why is like so much of the popular NFT art like furry art? But I don't want to shit talk furry artists because some furry art, it's high quality. It's like low quality deviant art, like I don't know, fan stuff.
It looks like Gorilla's knockoff shit. From I've seen the monkey, and it's just looks like
those monkeys have their own TV show, I think, on Netflix now.
The monkeys from the NFT?
Yes, dead ass. It's like called NFT. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm chilling.
Yeah, no.
From what I've heard, it's terrible.
They win if you talk about it.
But so the
fad will be dead in a year, and then the NFTs will have lost all their value because the internet will give a shit about something else. And NFTs don't actually have value unless people think they have value. So the moment this craze dies, it will not have value. It's not a good investment if you're on the fence about it.
Yeah,
it's not a fucking good investment.
I think the thing that pisses me off about them is it's been infecting like the gaming world, and like so I follow this indie game that I've played a bunch on my channel. He made a game called SNKRX, like a roguelike snake game. It's amazing, and he on Twitter has just been for the last 2 or 3 months shilling crypto and NFTs. And the other day he tweeted out saying like, the most exciting thing for indie devs right now is NFTs. He goes on 3 whole tweets about it. And I just retweeted the whole thing and I was like, I can't wait till SNKRX adds NFTs, like with like a puking emoji or whatever. And he got like super pissed. But it's like, I don't know.
No, people get so pissed when it's like, I don't know why you're throwing your whole sense of self into owning these weird, like, token things or trading them. It's a cool concept. You can make some money. But no, it's not going to solve your financial destitution. It's not going to, like...
Yeah.
It's a lot of energy and a lot of value put on something that has no means to hold that value. You know, actual art, you can have something physically. NFTs, you can have a token that says you own that, but it's digital art, so someone else can replicate literally the same exact string of pixels and have it shown, you know, just as well through any other monitor.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, I think the concept of crypto by itself, there's some merit to it.
Cryptocurrency
Like,
makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That I
But NFTs
don't
are just like-
necessarily agree with a lot of crypto bro shit, but I see the value in that.
Yeah.
NFTs in particular.
Yeah, I don't. It's hard to. So why do you have? Didn't you spend like $7,000 on an NFT the other day?
No, that
Why
was
are you
furry
trying
art
to
commissions.
gaslight me? You're. If anything, that's complimenting me. If I have the spending power to spend on NFTs.
Yeah, if you have 7K, could you like give that to me? I'm poor as shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of better things we could do with 7K versus
Give it to me.
that Lego Star Wars
give it
NFT
to
you
me.
bought, Matthew.
The Lego Star Wars. No, I spent on like a
Wait,
something
I think
stupid.
Star Wars is actually, what was it? No, freaking Pixar is making NFT moments, and I'm like, no, like stop
It's
it.
grift. It's fucking grift.
dude. McDonald's has
I
made
would-
an
Fad will
NFT
die.
out of McRib.
The fad will die.
I would spend 7,000 on a Evan Hansen NFT.
What is that? What? Who's that?
It's like the play that came out recently that was really bad because
Oh,
the
wait,
whole
the-
plot is a kid that like another kid at his high school killed himself but sent a letter to him so everyone thinks he was his friend. So he just goes with the lie that he was a suicidal kid's friend to get, and he starts like the romance is with the dead kid's sister.
Oh my.
But like the whole thing is supposed to be a wholesome moment where like it turns out to be a lie at the end, but he like
Yeah.
but like you're like, ooh, what?
Haha, my quirky coming of age story.
Yeah.
It's a backdrop to someone's literal suicide.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like, I don't doubt you could make that a good story because there are some talented writers there, but like 99.9% of the stories you could tell there are going to be pretty shitty.
I heard the play's okay, but then like the guy that play the main character was like 30. And he's like, I want to play a high schooler. Dad, can you just make the movie for me? And he did.
Well.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
so now
that's-
he's like
yeah,
a
there's
30-year-old.
some like red flags there, or maybe yellow flags. I don't know. There are some flags.
Are you saying like
wait,
a
wait,
pedophile?
wait,
I
how
don't think
literal
it's-
is
I
it
don't know.
when you give like the joke? He went up to his dad and was like, "Hey, give me money. I want to make a movie where I'm a high schooler." Like, how literal is that statement?
I think that's just where it went. But I'm just saying like the plot itself doesn't seem that interesting, and then like the fact that it's being played by a high school.
It sounds like shitty wannabe Heathers. Heathers was pretty good.
I've heard how the Heathers is good.
I haven't seen either. of what you
It's
said.
like the movie. It's when I say good, I enjoyed it. Critically, it's all right. It's about like oh god, how do I put the plot of Heathers succinctly? It's about suicide in high school.
Oh,
and
okay.
basically, this guy. There's a guy and a girl. It's a high school movie, so of course they're romantically a thing. But the guy's a fucking sociopath, and he goes around killing people.
Oh.
And then like tries to frame it as suicide, and then eventually like people, because it's a high school thing, everyone does all this fake posturing in order to try and get as much social clout as they can off of the suicide.
Oh, that's yikes.
Yeah. And then,
But it's done,
like,
like-
someone actually gets, like, someone who's actually getting bullied attempts suicide, fails, and then everyone makes fun of her for it. They do
sounds
this
like high
all in a
school.
very satirical, like, manner, which is what makes the movie for me. 'cause,
Exactly. That's the point of that. Is like it's a black
like, it
comedy.
had self-awareness.
Yeah. This one, but the point of Evan Hansen is it really didn't.
It took itself seriously.
Yeah, like they made the main character the good guy, even though he took advantage of a really weird situation.
Mm-hmm. I mean, does it even like act like? Is it like, oh, this is a flawed protagonist, or is it just like, no, this is the hero of our story?
well, like
like-
they probably a little bit in the same way that most like movies would be like, oh, he lied the whole time, but it's okay. But in this, it's like, I don't know. The premise is so serious that it just makes him way worse than.
Well, it's like when you use a serious, like, concept like suicide as a plot device, like, you could have had probably a similar, oh no, I'm in a lie, but I really like the situation this lie's gotten me into type of story. You could do that without having the lie be about, like, some high schooler's suicide. You can tell the same story, but not use suicide as a cheap plot device to get you there.
Yeah, that does seem like what it is. Just like a cheap plot device to like instantly bring all emotion to like 1,000.
Well, that's like the thing. Art is like supposed to make you feel things, but like with cheap shit like that, it's like, okay, I know where you're trying to go with this, but the devices you're using are making me feel such wildly different things from what you're intending me to feel.
Speaking of like feelings that you should not be feeling for like the product you're consuming, have either of you heard of Ken Penders?
I have not, but I think you freaked Dan about it before the recording, so I'm very.
I got Daniel hooked on it before, like 10 minutes.
I literally he was on that couch. He showed me a tweet, and I only caught the first like half of it, and it was so much that I had to wrestle it from him because for some reason he only wanted me to read like, it once and have it in the back of my mind.
He had to tease us here.
Well, yeah, that's how you.
Yeah, tease.
It's called. I don't know what it's called. I don't care.
Matthew's.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna read like a thing where he put in description of one of his comics that like he stole from a quote from the Holocaust.
Wait, so he's a comic book artist?
Yeah. You need more context for like the Sonic.
Okay, so Sonic needed comics for the western half of like the America for like the comic series, and he went with Archie Comics. Which, have you heard of Archie?
Yeah.
Riverdale. He worked with them to do the western version of that. And so he decided to do like a dystopian future, and he wanted to flesh out, I think, the Knuckles family, and he made his like 19 OCs, which he later tried to copyright. So you can only do Knuckles, you can't do his other family members are in his. It's not Sega. He owns a right to 19 of the family members of the Knuckles universe.
I really want a Sonic movie where like they tease at seeing Knuckles' family members, but they all die in a plane crash or something, and they roll in his new family.
But
just like as a joke about licensing, dead kids are not funny.
But some guy, some famous person that I probably should know the name of, did a poem about the Holocaust, doing the whole like first they came for the Slavs, and I didn't say anything because I wasn't a Slav. But here's a quote from Ken Penders, and he said. During Dr. Robotnik's takeover through the robotization, the SWAT bots came for the foxes, and it did not speak up because I was not a fox. Then they came for the rabbits, and I did not speak up because I was not a rabbit. Then they came for the squirrels, but I did not speak up because I was not a squirrel. Then they came for the hedgehogs, and I did not speak up because I was not a hedgehog. Then they came for me, and then that nobody was left to speak up. Anonymous.
So it literally just stole that, whatever I don't even know where's that from.
It's the Holocaust.
That's a poem.
Okay.
Or is it a poem or a quote?
I don't know if it's a quote or a poem, but it's something in relation to the Holocaust.
Okay.
To talk about how like if you don't speak up, then your specific minority will be targeted.
Maybe I want to like give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it was just a way to expose that to kids, kind of like a much tonally different Mouse. Do you remember Mouse?
Oh yeah, the Mouse Nazi comics.
Mouse Holocaust.
But that was
comics.
What was wasn't like there was it like the rats or like one there was like one race of animal that were just like the Nazis?
Yeah, it was cats.
Cats.
It was like a graphic novel.
It would probably give context to this.
Yeah. We read it in middle school. I remember something about like the artists being kind of horrified that like teachers were using it.
Oh really?
Yeah, but I want to say it's good.
It was good.
It's a good teaching thing, and I'm happy
it made
I was
it interesting,
exposed to it.
Honestly, like not in a like this should be a glorified way, but it made learning about the Holocaust.
When you say interesting, when you're like at that age, making it more interesting means you're more likely to engage with it, like and actually understand more about it.
Yeah,
I think that's important for kids. Like
they're little shits; they have no attention.
Yeah,
you should know. I was one.
Yeah, we were all pretty bad
attention.
Kids. God, I cringe every time I just think about us from specifically me.
Sublimate the cringe. Release yourself from its shackles.
Oh my gosh. Kids are kids are literally like psychopaths, and you just have to hope that they stop becoming a psychopath.
I mean, some kids are pretty empathetic. I mean, yeah, a lot are basically little.
Maybe like at what age bunnies. Though? Like right, like Because like even good kids were probably shits up to like age 5 or 6. Right?
I feel like
that's literally biology.
Until like
Exactly, that's what I'm
middle
saying.
school. It's like from middle school, that's like at the age where like kids stop getting to be selfish all the time, and it's at that point where like either they get that and they chill, or they don't, and then they become like more and more self-centered, and like it's a whole ass spectrum. It's not like every kid who doesn't get that lesson is going to be a narcissist or something, but that's what I feel about that situation.
Yeah, no, I totally feel that. What have you've been looking up that comic thing still?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the part where he talks about how. So okay, you might be familiar with the character Amy in Sonic. She's like the pink one.
Yeah,
if I remember.
Yeah,
she's like I think the Japanese love interest for Sonic.
It's different in like.
But in the Western world, you had someone else, and I forgot her name. That's what I was trying to find. Sally. And Sally, I think she was a chipmunk or something. And there's a bit where she was Sonic's love interest, but there's another character. It was a love triangle with another character that was 20, and she was 17.
Oh,
and he said he wanted to make a canon that he took her virginity because Sonic's fast, but this character's faster. Was quote unquote what he said in a tweet.
Oh my gosh!
Okay,
that's why I wanted to find.
Wait, but this guy has like I was about to say JFK for some fucking reason. J.K. Rowling energy, but like in a good way, where he's doing like after the fact.
He did this in the
edits
80s.
To just set his like fictional world on fire.
This is why like Sonic, I think, has had this weird culture besides Mario. Mario,
for real.
Mario, it's like, okay, you've had some fan interpretations, especially recently with like the weird, like the Bowser thing, but it's all fan based.
I feel like that's more just modern internet than Mario.
Yeah, that's literally all fan base. But like Nintendo's known what to do with Mario. It's Mario. He has his own world. He's a plumber, and yes, maybe he kisses Peach, but that's it. But like Sonic was like, yo, we need world building. We need Sonic to understand the meaning of war. We need the Kinez to be the analogy for the Jews.
Oh my god!
And we need like,
dude, I think the guy that ran the official Sonic Twitter account like was the same guy for the last like 15 or 20 years, and like everyone loved him. Apparently, like the Sonic Twitter account was the most hilarious thing ever. And when the guy himself that ran the Twitter account like retired, people were like devastated. Like he had to like he put out a whole statement being like, this is the new person taking over the, but like I mean I don't know, it's just kind of interesting, like he was ingrained with that.
I mean, that's when I heard the lead up to that story, I was expecting him to be like canceled or something.
Oh,
Matthew, I want to go back to an earlier thing. Is Joffrey a human or an animal? This changes a lot about.
Oh, you're talking about the guy that fucks the Sally love interest. He is like a wolf character, I think, if I remember right.
Okay.
He's still an animal, which is.
I was wondering if this was like some Christian self-insert shit, but no. This man is elevated. He doesn't do that.
No, another thing is, for some reason, he just stopped caring about Sonic in his comics and started doing Knuckles. And he.
Well, yeah, because that was his cooler. IP. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he did like a whole arc where like 17 members of his family were introduced, and he has a dad that like left him in the forest and came back. He was trying to redeem him, even though he was like a terrible dad.
So did anything become of that IP? The Knuckles IP? Has he done anything with having that IP?
He tried to do like a movie where he just filmed his 2 kids like playing Sonic and like tried to narrate a trailer based on that. And then I don't know. He also just copywritten like most of those characters, so you can't even use them anymore.
Speaking of redemption arcs for shitty father figures, there's this show on Netflix called Inside Job that I want to simp for a bit.
I've heard about that. Yeah.
They have an abusive parental figure, and then like they don't try and do a shitty redemption arc. And I love it.
Oh, like the character's just allowed to be shitty?
No. Studios are normally too afraid of being like, yeah, sometimes parents are so shitty that like disconnecting is the best way.
Oh.
And like it's a really good show. It's about like the people running the day-to-day of the shadow government that controls the world. It's got some like less funny moments, but overall,
I've heard it's
good
good.
show.
I've heard it's like weirdly good at world building.
It really is. There's flat earthers, and they like hold the main group hostage at gunpoint, and they're like, take us to the edge of the earth. But the actual edge that they take him to is the hole in the middle of the ocean that leads to the hollow earth. Yeah.
Oh. So is it a sitcom or is it like a plot-based show?
It's a plot-based show.
Okay.
Like, there's constant status quo shifting, and the finale caught me off guard.
Ooh.
I wanted to bring that up because, like, it pisses me off how, like, Rick Sanchez is such a shitty parent that he really shouldn't get a redemption arc.
Oh, what, in Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they pull this shit where it's like, oh man, well, he still loves his family or some shit like that. When, really, that doesn't matter if you,
It's like the BoJack quote
like,
or whatever.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, are you a good person if you, like, yeah, if you do bad things, it doesn't matter how you really feel about it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it was for good reasons or bad. Shitty things are shitty things.
Yeah. So, man, I still need to finish BoJack Horseman.
I still need to finish BoJack.
Yes, it's good.
I watched, like, the first half of it up until, like, I don't know, either the end of high school or just starting college. And then I got too depressed to watch a depressing show.
Exactly.
And then I stopped.
But
I can watch it now.
It's weirdly optimistic. I don't know.
Well, no, it's like as what do you call it? Or
It
wouldn't be
tackles
pretentious. Like,
the whole,
it's really good.
It tackles the whole, like,
It's
how do
real
you
as fuck.
treat a shitty main character who's like the whole point is the main character is shitty. How do you tackle that?
Yeah.
And I like how they take it.
Yeah. No, I do. I need to finish it. I need to finish it. I'm trying to remember the only other things that we've been me and Matthew have been watching maybe like 1 or 2 episodes of what is that, Samurai Shampoo or whatever?
Samurai Shampoo.
We're only like 6 episodes in. I know you've seen it.
I like it.
It's good. Cowboy
it's
Bebop's
like
good.
Yeah, it's literally made, I think, by the same person. At least the same studio, I'm pretty sure. It definitely feels like similar to Cowboy Bebop. And I like it a lot.
I have vague memories of watching it, but, like, I remember it being really stylish, cool, and fun to watch.
Yeah, it's a hip hop. Like,
also, Rin is gay. You're fucking wrong if you don't think that. The blue.
Oh,
yeah, he's definitely either
How is he
gay or bi. Yeah.
Oh wait, I can't remember who was the person.
It was Matthew.
Was Matthew?
He thought that there's one.
No, I
character
just
for
pushed
context.
back. I pushed back a specific scene that Anna immediately was convinced he was gay, even though it was
But that
proven
is-
later
all right,
that he
like,
wasn't.
There was so much coding.
He
before
could be
that.
bi. I don't know.
We
All right,
should
yeah.
provide
You know what? No
context.
bi erasure in this podcast. Sure.
Yeah, there's just
You
one
might
of the
be
main
bi.
characters that is most likely either gay or bi based on like a couple scenes. And the argument was Matthew didn't think that was the case.
I mean,
I was arguing
hardly-
against the spa scene because Anna notoriously thinks every character is gay. Anna still thinks that.
yeah, but that's
Anna's convinced that Venom and the main character.
That's not even subtext though. That's like text. In the second Venom movie, Tom Hardy and Venom are like a gay couple. That's what they are. He literally comes out to an entire nightclub.
Fine.
It's not subtext, Matthew. You are
So
blind.
you're just wrong on all of these, then,
I'm
Matthew.
just
Apparently,
saying.
you're just wrong all the time.
I don't think that's their intent, but I can see how that obviously the two male characters living together obviously implies, like, it's the same thing with fucking the Sesame Street, the two guys, they're living together, Bernie and
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Bernie and Sanders.
they all Bernie and Sanders.
Yeah, that's where that's what Bernie got his
But
name.
they give off gay energy because they live together. I understand that.
I mean, like, yeah, I guess. I never really watched Sesame Street as a kid.
You don't remember there was a whole argument about that where the guy who made those characters said they were gay, but the current runners of Sesame Street say they aren't gay.
Oh, are the current runners still trying to do the whole conservative Christian, like, good
Yeah.
family
Dude,
values
they
thing?
pissed those people off though because Big Bird got vaccinated by the COVID vaccine and he came out and it was really awesome.
All right, never
and like
mind. Respect restored.
because they in the past, like, Big Bird has been part of like vaccine campaigns for like the measles and like the fucking whenever measles happened or
I love all
whatever.
that because now we have on record one of the politicians saying Big Bird is the commie.
Oh, who said that? Which
I forgot. I don't know
one
who
of them
exactly.
said that though.
One of them said that Big
Was it
Bird's
Ted
the commie.
Cruz?
I don't think it was Ted Cruz. I think it was someone. I would recognize it was Ted Cruz.
Wait, is it the Pfizer or the Moderna that's like actually fully, as of this podcast, FDA approved,
Pfizer.
and there's no actual good reason to not use it if your argument before is, oh no, it's experimental, even though it's had the largest
Yeah, it's no longer experimental.
Of, most vaccines in their testing phase.
Yeah, go get vaccinated, y'all, for COVID if it's available to you.
If I was a kid, and
not
I was
hot
like,
take.
oh, Big Bird told me to take the vaccine, and my parents are laughing at me yelling at me that Big Bird's politicized.
Man,
dude, people
what
are
a,
like
what
that.
a
Yeah,
hot
that,
political take. Get your kid vaccinated so they don't die of a disease.
But that is a hot take, surprisingly.
Well, yeah, because people whinge on and on about how it's like government controlling things, and it's like, okay, there's a lot of other things you could be getting much more mad at if you were mad about control.
Yeah.
But like, getting vaccinated is not one of those things. Wearing a mask in public during a pandemic is not one of those things. That's just being reasonable.
Oh, the people that are assholes to people on airplanes because they don't want to wear masks are stupid. Hot take.
Yeah. I mean, even from like, I don't know, if you're not pro-mask or anti-mask, like, arguing and getting yourself thrown off a plane over having to wear a piece of paper over your mouth is such a childish thing.
I remember.
Because that's really what it is. It's childish.
Trying to use like whatever amendment you're trying to refer to wear a mask in a plane is like the same energy I feel as when you're a kid and you're under 18 and you try to use the First Amendment arguing against your parents and they laugh at you. Because you actually don't have that right under their household.
Oh.
That's how I feel whenever people, like, they take that so literally.
Oh, yeah.
Where
it's like, oh, my First Amendment rights mean I can say anything and have no consequences.
Yeah, or, like, I have absolute freedom. That means I get to use that even if it means, like, I know it's detriment to my health. I know it's detriment to everyone's health. But I need to prove that this rule matters.
Like,
no, that's
they
why
need that
I say
much
it's
control in their
childish.
life.
There's, even if you doubt the efficacy of masks, the rest of society doesn't. And the rest of society is wearing masks. And even if you don't agree with it, it's going to be a lot more convenient to put a piece of paper over your face than, not.
Yeah.
And, it wouldn't even be such a big deal if people weren't rallying against it. Because reactionaries on one side will go, no, we don't want to wear masks. And the reactionaries on the other will go, more masks everywhere for everyone.
Yeah. No, it's...
Like masks on kids, I can see an actual argument, like, against that.
In schools, though, that's the problem. Teachers are, teachers are getting screwed. Like, I mean they've always been getting screwed. But, like, would you want to be a teacher in a room full of, like, 40 unvaccinated kids without masks?
Have you been around kids? Like, it doesn't matter whether they're wearing masks or not. I think that, like, in a theoretical world where you can put masks on all kids and have them, like, not fuck it up, like, I don't think that's good. I don't think there's an argument for making them not wear it. My main point is that it's kind of a moot point when you're around kids because they'll, like, rip that shit off. They'll, like, sneeze in your
if like
face
half of them are even there's gonna be people that do it correctly though.
I know what.
And anything is better than nothing, right? Like,
yeah, but it's like
might as well have
there's
the
an amount
rule.
of political energy that doing most things take, and I think that there's better avenues to use this political energy than like getting masks on specifically like elementary school kids.
Okay, maybe not, maybe I don't know, but like at least middle and high schools, those you could tell kids.
Those kids they should be wearing masks. I agree with that.
Elementary might be hard. That is probably still really where it's needed, but I totally see the argument of it's probably not maybe worth the effort. But
I mean, that's like we could go in circles about that literally forever because at the end of the day, I really do wish all kids would wear masks, but also like I don't know. I've seen a lot of like more left-leaning people spend a lot of time and energy in that when, in my view, it's not like it's not going to be effective on those
Yeah.
kids.
See, I mean, I feel like most people, like now, I feel like the big shift should just be talking about vaccines. Because it's like, if
get
everyone
your
actually
goddamn
got
vaccine.
it, we wouldn't have to wear masks. That's the thing. You guys don't want the masks. Get the fucking vaccine. And then no one has to wear masks anymore.
One of
We
the
can
things
go
I've
away.
hated most about the like pandemic is it's like more mainstreamed vaccine, like, you know, is it speculation? No, doubt.
Oh, what
Yeah,
about?
I can't
Yeah,
find
about
the
it.
word right now.
I mean, yeah, just like
It's
doubt
made the
of it, yeah.
anti-vax movement a lot stronger because like people have politicized it, and like now it's tied to your politics whether or not you agree with taking preventative measures against getting diseases.
Yeah, no, it's insane. I think though I think the one thing I see a lot of like bigger like podcasts, like I guess specifically like Joe Rogan or like a lot of people, is they're like, well, I'm gonna do my own research. Like I need to do my own research before I like get vaccinated. I just need it. Well, they say that you're never gonna look anything up beyond just googling
what
it and
does
finding something on
do your own
Facebook.
research even mean?
The research has been done.
I can guarantee you that the doctors who made the vaccine have done a lot more fucking
Yeah.
research than you have.
The research
Joe,
has
are
been
you
done.
going to? I got no problems with Joe. Joe, are you going to like go examine the specific reactions of a viral load under different circumstances? Are you going to see how the body reacts to different chemicals in the body? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Do your own research is a good thing, like in an abstract sense, but when people say it, it's like an empty buzzword that just means I don't want to have this conversation. I don't want to admit that I'm wrong.
Yeah. Man,
Talk
yeah.
a lot about fucking politics.
Yeah, well,
we get
see,
heated.
I think it all comes down to like we are living in I mean, we're still in a pandemic. It is a lot better than it was last year, but like it sucks to talk about. But like,
I mean,
we're going through a
there's
major
a
thing
good
right now.
balance
Oh,
between
yeah.
like talking about fun shit and talking about like stuff affecting the world.
Yeah, I think it's important to have both, because you watch some like mainstream. No, I'm not gonna like shit on mainstream, but like a lot of news.
Mainstream
Yeah, that
media.
made me feel like that. But when you watch news, it's literally like all just like doom and gloom. You know what I mean?
Well,
like
yeah, because like the more pissed you get, the more views you
Yeah.
get. So be angry, be mad, watch our podcast.
like yeah, because like it's important to like, yeah, things exist, but you don't need them 24/7. You know what I mean?
Now, the 24/7 news cycle is absolutely a
awful.
result of like the way that advertising revenue works.
Yeah, man, it's nice to just be able to talk. Man, I gotta say, it's been so nice, like doing this podcast again, because like it was probably like a 6-month break between the end of what we're calling season 1 and now season 2, so it feels so nice, especially to just be in our own like space or whatever.
Matthew went through like a whole like Requiem for a Dream arc, you know, in that time span. He's changed a lot as a person.
What was that supposed to mean? Is that talking about like my thing with tangerines or?
No. I was more referring to the thing, the pink elephant debacle, you know?
Oh yeah, you just don't. Yeah, the pink
Yeah.
elephant.
All right, so speaking of honestly, to that club we used to go to, but that was a different color.
Oh,
No,
dude,
I'm
that's
not
all. That
talking about
place
the
is
green
cool.
elephant. Green
No,
elephant's
Elephant's
fun.
cool.
My coworker was talking about going there the other weekend. I was like, oh, I've been there.
Dude, that place is pretty fire. But
Dude, I'm gonna go.
Last time I was at that nightclub,
go
some
again
guy was trying to
sometime.
sell me a shirt that was like, this is about the people that came before us. And in my head, I was like, you mean dinosaurs or like
well, he said people.
Neanderthals?
He said
or...
people.
Exactly,
So
but
not
like,
dinosaurs.
that can mean 1,000 things though.
Okay, but not dinosaurs.
What do you mean?
That dinosaur is not a people.
A dinosaur could be a people.
No, I don't. I
Whoa,
think people
hold the
exist
whole-
as
hold-
human.
That's some dinophobic takes you're having there, my guy. I'm not sure.
Dinophobic.
Yeah.
Holden, if we lived in the same universe as what was that movie called? The Tie and the T-Rex, or like,
Is sentient dinosaurs or something?
yeah, the one with the dinosaurs and the cop. It was like a buddy cop with.
I have
Whoopi
no
Goldberg.
idea what the hell you're talking
Yeah,
about.
what are you? What?
It's the movie where
A dinosaur
if,
buddy
if,
cop movie?
if dinosaurs evolved with people, and it was a buddy cop with a Whoopi Goldberg and a dinosaur.
Okay, I need to watch this movie.
Okay, yeah, we can watch this movie.
Yeah.
I'm fine with watching this
We
movie.
need to watch this movie.
The-
How do you have
She
so
has-
much obscure media?
the dinosaur has sex with a female
brain.
dinosaur in the movie, but okay.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Not really,
drop
but-
that.
They had to get in on the scaly market.
Oh.
They had communities.
But like her in the movie was like, I don't want to work with a dinosaur.
So what was it like Zootopia, where like
yeah, exactly, but it was a
race
dinosaur
allegory?
Yeah.
Isn't your favorite movie the Cats movie?
Yeah, the modern.
No,
I remember you saying that was 10 out of 10 and what you based all of your art criticism and takes on.
My favorite movie is the Short Sorts movie made by some guy who did the.
God, that movie was so fucking bad. I remember watching that with you, and it was. I think for your birthday party.
Yeah, it was for my birthday party.
Went to,
I made a birthday party dedicated to that movie. It was made by the same guy who did Shark Boy and Lover Girl.
It was such a bad movie. Even I don't remember how old we were. 8-year-old me was man, this is shit.
They tried to do the Pulp Fiction plot point where you tell the story. Without
just disjointed.
Yeah, disjointed. Yeah, and it did not work at all.
Because, that's literally something it's cool. Pulp Fiction did it, and it was cool because it hadn't been done before. It's already, you can't just be
I don't know,
I'm
non-chronological stories can work, but I think the story of Shorts just didn't make sense in the first place.
Yeah,
exactly.
It was like a wishing stone, but, it traded hands so frequently and for such dumb reasons, because, it's a kid's movie.
Yeah. So I guess if the movie's decent, if it has a purpose to do that, because Memento, I just thought about Memento's a really good movie.
Yeah, Memento works,
and it's that exact concept.
Have
you guys seen Tenet? I haven't seen Tenet.
I haven't seen Tenet.
No,
I've just seen a bunch of memes about people being really pretentious about Tenet.
Is it
It's like a time travel movie or something. It's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, I think Interstellar. I don't know why that made me think of Interstellar though.
I feel like the people that made that were in some way linked to Tenet, but maybe it's nothing.
Maybe that's why I'm thinking about it, because I feel
in the back of my mind somewhere.
Yeah, no, I feel that, but I think this is probably a pretty good stopping point. We said screw NFTs. We did the vaccine COVID stuff.
I gotta talk about Kin Penders, which I'm happy about.
Yes, that was a very interesting story.
We
talked about Nazi cats.
I need to hear more about the expanded.
I can send you some videos about him. He's a very interesting man.
Matthew's watched 10 hours worth of content on YouTube of this.
I don't think I watched enough.
Seriously, there's so many good down the rabbit hole videos.
Watching him was what led to me getting recommended that abortion comic of Zootopia.
Yeah, that had a butterfly effect where I watched the Arby's edit of the Zootopia abortion comic. Bren Daniels' voice is like smooth butter. He has an amazing voice.
Oh man. Well, on that note, y'all,
yeah,
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If there's any, things that you want us to talk about on the podcast, any stupid hypothetical questions or anything you need us to answer,
or ones.
Exactly, yes. Let us know in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoy. Matthew's playing the fiddle over here, and we'll see you guys.
That was not what I was doing. That was not what I was...
Bye.
Bye.